Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Slay the Princess. We are right back where we left off, where we are going to continue trying to get as many other endings as we can, try to bring more vessels to the thing that we talked to at the end of the last episode, just to see what happens, to get closer and closer to the true ending. In this episode, we were able to get a couple more endings as well, which would be interesting, so stay tuned to see what those endings were. Before we jump right in, let you guys know if you guys have been enjoying my videos lately, make sure you like down below and subscribe as well. Keep in mind, it's completely free, you can unsubscribe anytime, and I really appreciate it. That being said, I hope you all enjoy the rest of the video. So at the end of the last episode, it seems that after we killed the princess and, talked to whatever that other thing was after we looked in the mirror, it completely looped back to the very beginning. So now it's the same thing. And it seems like it's to the point where we're back in chapter 1. It's as if we started the game over again. So I was thinking of what other stuff could I do? Because I think the thing, I think it's like the being, like the princess thing that we talked about in the last episode. Seems like we need to get different versions of her, like meet different versions of her in order to get like the ending. And I think that means just, getting through the game through different paths. What happens if I just leave? Fuck this, I'm out of here.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No, I'm just not gonna go that way towards the cabin. I don't want to go that way. Okay, fine, you're persistent. I'll go to the cabin. I'll slay the princess. Jeez. Quietly continue down the path. Okay, I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin. Yeah, that.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yeah. Don't want to go that way. I remember what happened last time. Trust me, you do not want to go that way.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's wrong to kill the princess. I'm saying it's wrong to go to the cabin entirely. A lot of bad stuff happens.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay, so wow, cool. Well, I'm just gonna leave anyway. Like, I'm just gonna turn around again.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time.
I'm just gonna keep trying.
Remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Okay. I continue down the path. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. No.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
I'm just gonna walk away again.
You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Okay, fine. This isn't I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Okay,
There's
I will.
Always a choice. But let me tell you right now that you're making the correct decision for pretty much everyone. We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Anyway, I'm gonna go to the cabin. I'm assuming it's normal, like it was before.
The interior of the cabin.
Sure enough. Now, for the second time through, I kind of had a simple decision. The first time through, I slayed the princess. So second time through, I'm gonna try not to slay the princess. I'm gonna maybe try to save the princess and let her out of there. Maybe what happens then? I'm curious. Because I did what the game wanted me to the first time through. Now I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna try to let her out. I don't even need the dagger.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part
You've already heard this. Did she say that last time? I don't remember. It's been a while since like the very first run of this. I do not remember. Let me see. Hi, just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. Why? Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Okay, continue down the stairs. What if I just say, hi, how's it going?
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I just realized, if I do try to get her out, how would we get her out of the situation? Do we have to do something like straight out of like Saw and like cut her arm off to get it out of like the chain?
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat
Walk
to
downstairs,
anyone?
say hi to the princess. I want to play a game. Here's a saw, and just walk right back upstairs.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I don't know how. What if I just don't even talk and go straight in? Because I can just see what I can do. Examine the change. I'll do that.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains.
I know I'm making a
binding the
mistake. I saw what she
princess
turns
to the
into
wall.
last
Give
episode.
them a
Alright.
tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Is there even a key? I don't even see a key
Doubtful.
on that.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
You don't know that. If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. That seems good.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Who else is in here?
Is someone else here?
Explore, hey, let me out of
Your
here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is
He's
done.
sabotaging. Bro, the narrator's sabotaging. He just doesn't let me leave. Okay, well. You will not
Make your way to
believe
the
what
top
just
of the
happened over there.
stairs.
The door just
This would
locked
have been
itself.
so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
What do you mean mess? We're just like having a friendly conversation. I don't see the mess.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Oh.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Hey, the narrator, you are not slick, my guy. You are not, like, sneaky. He's like, oh my god, the blade fell down here. What a coincidence, isn't it? That's crazy coincidence. Wow, insane.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'll save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment.
Oh, we are
place
doing
the blade against
like a
the
saw
ragged,
and just cutting her
self-inflicted
hand off to get out of the
princess's arm,
chain.
just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her
I don't
arm.
know how else she's okay with it. She's like, alright, well, I have two hands, so the reason why we have two, I don't need one.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Hey, you should probably get that, like, bandage.
How
That
is
doesn't
she
seem
still
good.
smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay, but the door is locked.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises...
Whoa, is he controlling us?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Huh. So either I can slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess, or warn her. I'll warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
What do you mean? She's not trying to kill me. Like, we literally just, like, walk out those doors and I'm alive out there. Okay, let me see. We got some great options here. Huh. I'll probably resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
Nah.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step.
I probably look really schizo right now. I'm just like yelling at myself, like, get out of my head! The voices!
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
What?
She plunges it into
What?
your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
okay. Now chapter 2, The Damsel. Now how will this...
You're on a path
be?
in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Because if you remember last time, when we go to the next chapter, the only person who forgets everything that happened is the narrator. We remember everything. The princess remembers everything that just happened. So I'm gonna see how this is
You're
different.
here to slay her.
Alright. Okay, no, I died. What am I doing here? Alright, I'm just gonna proceed to the cabin. I'm just gonna see
warning.
how this is different.
Before you go, she will lie. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain. Excuse me? Forget he
The
said
voice
anything.
is Smitten.
But he is. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright, let's go. Cabin. Is it gonna be the same cabin? Is it the same
The interior
Nope,
of
it's
the cabin
different.
is clean and
It sure is
elegant.
different.
Its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm not going to take the blade. I am going to still approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What
He
are
still
you
doesn't
talking
mention
about?
it.
This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror.
Have we heard that already? Same thing happened?
You reach forward and rub
Yeah.
your hand against the cabin wall. I
Oh,
hope you know
wait.
how ridiculous
Look at
you
the
look right now.
look at the layout.
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. Could have a feather out
The
of
mirror's
place,
gone,
we'll
but there's
never
like a
know.
drawn on like
Gallantly
outline
sweep
of
her
the
off her
mirror.
feet if we have a feather out of place.
Oh no, it's just this thing. I'm stupid. Okay. Anyway, enter the basement. Now how's this gonna be different?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell.
Seems nicer.
Gold
She clearly got an
carpet
upgrade down here.
glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow
Your voice sound
even
different?
more beautiful than last time. I think we're in
Sound
love.
different.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Seems the
There's a heavy
same.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
She did grow her arm back. Okay, so she's what is that animal? I forgot what type of lizard it is, where like their limb gets cut off, but it can grow right back.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
So she
Do
does
you hear
remember.
that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Okay, so he doesn't remember what happened, but he is enough self-aware where he's like, oh, that world's dead. Okay.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? Sorry, but what happened last time? Never sent me here to kill you, took over my body. It was extremely unfair. What happens? Hold on. What I want to see what happens if I bring up the narrator to her. If we get anything
If another
interesting.
version of me was pushed to drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent.
You were
Almost
doing your best
unsettling
attempt
extent,
to
actually.
murder me. I appreciate it.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Okay, well, I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
You sure?
What? No, she's a prisoner here.
I remember last time.
Slip her hand through the chain.
You couldn't just slip it out.
Why are you two arguing about the logistics of slipping
God,
her hand out of her shackles?
Doesn't help them cough.
She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Okay, you killed me last time to her. What happened after I died? I have to ask. Okay, I'll try to rescue her.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Oh damn it!
Just right.
Bro, who the hell trapped her here?
That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
If she was this big, like, oh no, she's gonna end the world, you'd think they'd put like a chain around her wrist that, you know, wouldn't just slide off. You know?
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh, if only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Great question. I don't know what happens after this. What do we leave and then we have... I guess we just get the hell out of here because hopefully I want to see, can we leave?
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I would think it'd be pretty funny if, like, the moment she steps a singular foot outside the cabin, bam, everyone's dead. Just instant, bam, world's over, world's done, everyone died.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk
Oh, the
up
door is
stairs,
open.
hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see.
Oh, never mind.
Isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Oh wow, that's crazy coincidence, huh? It's crazy that when we get to the top of the stairs, the door closed and locked.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no, did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Okay, do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself. Actually, what if we do like a 1, 2, 3 and then bam, kick the door, or like hit it or something? That could work.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking of. I was thinking like we kick it open.
And the lock clicks.
Oh, damn, it
The
worked.
door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was
I don't know. It seems like the
insurmountable.
game itself wants us to free her if it's sort of this is happening.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
That would be a crazy ending though. Like you bring her up the stairs, like, oh yay, thank you for freeing me. We unlock the door, and then you slay her. That would be a crazy ending. You could play and slay the princess. You're not doing that. Nah.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
Yeah.
I hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Yeah, all we need to be happy is each other. But if we just stayed here and built the life together, nah. Stop it with these interruptions. I already made up my mind. We're leaving. Or just ignore them. How about we just leave?
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
There we go. I got an achievement.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Oh?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Okay. Oh, the hands. They have the hands. There they go. Yeah, I remember the hands from last time. Interesting. So, this route from saving the princess, you don't even get to chapter 3. Last time we got to chapter 3. This time it ends at chapter 2. You don't get a chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we miss that up?
Yeah, of course we're scared. Okay, well, I guess maybe before, and you always get scared. Okay, I'll say
It
that.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
No, we're approaching the mirror. You approach the mirror.
Oh, I don't like that silence.
You look the same? The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Hey, it's me. Oh, you've grown. Okay, you find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, yep, there she is. Remember that last time. You're at the cabin. Are you the same?
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
The same being as you were before? How much have you changed? Was it? Yeah, how have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Okay, that didn't really answer my question. You're saying it feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm
Yes.
sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Okay, what does it feel like to change? When it's all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? We want me to bring you next time. Do you have any vessel? I will say this. Because remember in the last episode when we finally killed the thing that the princess turned into? The moment right before she died, her demeanor, like, completely changed. And she went right back to, like, kind of, like, nice mode. Which I thought was kind of interesting. Let me do this.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Which that could be, like, this thing coming out, like, right before she died. Not to hurt you, but the more time... Okay, how many more vessels do I need to bring you? What's that?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Okay, well, I don't really know what other questions to ask. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Hold on. I'm not going to overwrite the save. I'm just going to do another save.
You're here.
Okay, so now here's the interesting part. I've done both things. I've slayed the princess, and I've let the princess free. Now what? Now I'm confused on what I should do. Because I did the simple thing the first time through. I was like, oh, the game's called Slay the Princess. Let me slay the princess. And I did slay the princess. Now I'm like, okay, now that I did that, let me do the opposite of what I just did and let her free. Now I did that. Now what should I do? You know what? I have an idea. Now, let me mix them a bit. How about the first time here, I try to see if because remember the first time I did this, where I tried to slay the princess, I wasn't actually able to slay her in the first chapter. Let me do that, and see how that would change. So I'm gonna try to see if, because I've still yet to, I still yet to actually slay the princess in chapter 1.
The short path to the cabin. She will. We're not gonna ignore.
So I'm gonna see if I can do that. I'm straight up just going to grab the blade, not say anything to the princess, and just try to slay her.
The floor and the blade. You take.
I'm just going to see how this could be different.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Wait.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Wait! Her demeanor changes depending on... I'm telling you, she knows if we grab the blade or not. Her demeanor, like literally, go back to, fast forward back to earlier at the start of this episode when I didn't grab the blade. She was like, "Hello, who's there? Is there someone there?" Now I grab the blade and she's like, "Who is that? Who is that right there?" I ain't gonna say a word.
You're still listening to reason.
Not gonna say a word.
You walk down the stairs and lock
Her
eyes with the
demeanor's complete. Yeah,
princess.
I feel
There's
like
a heavy chain around
the
her
princess
wrist, binding
knows
her to the far wall
if we
at the
grab
base
the
of it.
blade or not. Because her demeanor clearly changes depending on if you grab the blade or not when you go downstairs.
She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No. Why would you even think that? Oh yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. The perfect rebuttal. Are you gonna kill me? Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna try to see what happens if I don't even open my mouth. I'm not gonna say a
You
word.
step forward, your grip on the blade tightening.
Princess is
as
like,
you
what the
steal
fuck is
the
this
resolve.
bird thing trying to do? This is weird.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Oh, I know.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Nah, you know, I'm not dropping the blade. I'm just gonna slay her.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
What happens now? Is she able to stop me?
You feel flesh easily give way.
No.
And look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Horse says she's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not, that was too easy, I'll say that.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make
Sure.
sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Okay. Wait. Right, she's dead. Let's get out of here.
Yes, exactly.
Notice how she tried to act like all tough when we were walking towards her, like, oh, you think you could really kill me? You need to get close. Moment we lunged at her, she immediately was like, oh shit, damn, okay, I guess I'm dead. I was kind of expecting her to like have
With
some
your
kind of
work
rebuttal.
done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
But now what happens to me? I've never been able to kill the princess during chapter 1. What happens now?
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Alright, let's leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead,
where
what
are
you
we?
find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Interesting. So it's like once the princess dies, the whole world gets like reset. Because the moment she died, the woods are gone, everything outside is gone except for the cabin.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
You sure? Because I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere right now. I don't like being in the void. That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Okay. I was kind of hoping to get a better ending for saving the world. Honestly, yeah.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone.
Wait a minute. This means that when we killed the princess, we ended the world. Because the world's gone. So the narrator was wrong the entire time. He was tricking us. Because the moment the princess died, the entire world just vanished. And now we're in the void.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
You're the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. No, I'm not happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea of how to get us the heck out of here?
I do.
Yeah.
But you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use
Yeah,
the
we probably
blade
need to
to
kill
get out
ourselves.
of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
When using the blade, you know, kill us when but remember when we die, everything resets. And then to get out of this hell. I'll do that.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss?
No.
You ingrate.
That's like the thing of like, if you were asked a question of like if you'd want to be able to live forever, and the answer would always, like, everyone will always say no, because for a little bit it would be like, oh cool, I don't gotta worry about dying. This is awesome. But then the moment like you live old enough to where you watch everyone else you care about die, and like, especially if like the world ends and everyone dies, but you're not able to, so you're just kind of like in the void for forever. You don't want that. It's terrible.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust
Oh yeah,
and
she's
bones,
definitely
though the blade you
dead.
used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Alright, fair enough. That was
The
quick.
end. Nice knowing you.
Alright, Chapter 2, The Spectre. Now, how will this change?
You're on a path. You're here to...
Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Getting a terrible sense. Because now, I just wanted to be able to slay the princess the first time. Now, I'm going to make sure I save as well. I'm in the middle point where I could double down like I did the first time and try to slay her, because she is most likely going to be different and we'll still get a different ending. Or I could try to see if I can change like how I am and try to save her this time. You know? A terrible sense of deja vu. It's happened already. For the princess. I'm gonna say, oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine.
Her back to the voice of
It
the
wasn't
cold.
very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Alright, well, we're gonna proceed to the cabin.
A warning. But she won't be a problem.
I'm gonna keep skipping this dialogue that we already heard. We're gonna go right to the cabin. How's the cabin gonna look? Is it gonna be like the castle interior?
The interior of the cabin is cold.
Not
A soft
really,
odor
no.
of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna approach the mirror, like always.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This is
The layer of grime. Will the same thing happen?
You reach
Yes.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Because what I'm kind of interested about thinking is clearly, with how the last chapter ended, we really pissed off the princess. She's really upset, so she's not gonna like us. As much as I want to do like another like battle like I did in the first episode, I want to see what happens if I don't even grab the blade and try to change her mind. And see if we can. Because otherwise, if she kills us, that's a new ending! I'm just looking for new endings here at this point. There's a reason why I saved.
The door to the basement
It's really
was
old.
open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent.
Ooh.
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and
Oh,
see.
is the princess trying to trick us? Like she's gonna try to like hide or something and do like a sneak attack?
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely
Oh,
dead.
she's planning a sneak attack? Is that what's happening?
Just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish
Oh.
your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
That's not what I was expecting.
And finally, the rest of the body
Still seems
floats
pretty
up to
happy.
join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
If she's a ghost, why is she still chained to the wall? That seems a little weird.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
I wonder why you would have
Princess
that.
drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
She still seems friendly, even though I don't think she is.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
Grab her. I could grab her, but I'm gonna wait and see how things play out.
I
See what happens.
You don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
It is with you. See, it's exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We killed her. I killed you. What are you doing not being dead? Like, what are you doing? You should be that thing in the ground over there. You know why you came back? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. Sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that, and it wouldn't be hard to do it again. Sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? The people who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. What do you want from me if I... There's so many options. If I knew I wound up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? After I killed you, this cabin, I want to stay a teleport. I wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape. Guess I should tell you why I was sent to kill you. You were going to end the world. Okay. There are so many... Do you see the amount of different options? Like, how many endings does this game have? Let me see. I'm gonna try to think of which route I want to go. The victim returned to me. I'm sorry I killed you. I kind of wanted to see if I could try to change her mind to see what kind of ending that would lead to. I don't know about that, though. Let me see. How about a simple apology? I'm sorry. I sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that.
Too little, too late.
Kind of assume that.
But you can still make things right.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
I just realized to cross, like, right here where we, like, stabbed her.
We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance? When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it? No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
Okay, so it leads right back to here. Stop playing the victim. Tell me, do you want me to die? Okay, the people who wanted you dead tricked me, and if I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died. I'm not floating around. Because I would say this, but I don't think that would work. I don't think that'll work, but maybe I'll be able to continue the dialogue anyway.
Nobody tricked you. And the fact that the princess's spirit has risen from the dead should be more than enough evidence that she isn't exactly sweet and innocent. It's all been an act. She's pretending. I wouldn't say she's ever pretended to be sweet or innocent. She does have a little bit of an attitude, but I can't blame her. We did kill her after all. I wouldn't be nice to my murderer if I was killed.
The enemy of my enemy.
The princess circles you again, her icy fingertips trailing up your spine, sending shivers rippling across your flesh.
I don't want enemies. I don't want to fight. I just want to go home. Is that really so much to ask?
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be. It's out there.
How specific. And how convenient.
Interesting,
for her.
okay.
You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Well, we can't continue dialogue. Okay, I want to ask... I'm going to say... After I killed you, this cabin, I wanted to say a teleport wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape. Let's see if she has anything to say about this.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathizing with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
I don't like when your face changes. It's creepy. But see, I got what I deserved. I died anyway, so we're even. We're even, right? I don't think there's much more about us to talk about. I'm going to get my blade and then the two of us can fight. You're dead and there really isn't much for me to do, I guess. I guess I'll get going. We've heard the basement. Okay, team amount of ideas. Thoughts? If you can go through walls, can you just leave on your own? Okay, clearly slaying you isn't going to work. What do you want? I'll do that.
I want what you took from me. Alive. For real. Life. I just want to go home. Away back to where I belong. This place won't let me leave. At least not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything would be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
After all, you owe me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so
she could talk to the
badly.
narrator?
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Really? I kind of want to go down this path. That's the interesting. Let's see if she could actually then listen to the narrator. This be temporary, right? You'll leave once if I let you in. Do I still get to be in control? Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told the end of the world. Sounds great. Do it. You know what? Sounds great. Sure.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger.
I'm curious to see what would happen.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
What is happening?
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Okay.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
She can hear him. Ooh, that's interesting.
It doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
She's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Yeah, thanks, right. There's too much noise. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
I skipped that, I think.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
I'm not taking the blade. Just gonna keep going forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
See? We'd be even.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything
Oh.
else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming.
Yeah, I heard the narrator like trailed off at the end of the sentence.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Passenger, take her to her destination. The light that's in your chest is a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
I'm out. You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I meant to be.
Oh, yep. Hands. There's the hands. Yep. Or back here. You get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
And same thing as always. You approach the mirror. Approach the mirror.
This doesn't ignore him.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. You're gonna gaze. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. Mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. I'm withered now? Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Alright. You're at the cabin. Sure enough, alright.
I am a growing
Oh.
chorus of contradiction.
Was the X always there?
Tides ebbing and flowing.
I don't remember if the X was there before.
That my attention can
I
bear
could
to
just be
hold.
stupid.
To look at any one is to shift them all into something new. And to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Give me a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? Doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? Let's do that.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Anything that makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. Do I know to stop? You guys torture me and I hate it. I think I hate you. Remain silent. I feel like we should try it again, whatever this thing's good side, in case we do need to like fight them at some point.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
And it can't be okay. Now right back to here. What do you think of this vessel? You know that at the end. Do you know what happens to the world we leave behind? What about that?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Okay, interesting. Any more vessels?
We will know when we near our destination.
That's a better answer. I'm if I say I don't want to go back.
If you need time, then I will wait with you.
Okay. There's no waiting forever, though. Can't be a contradiction. Don't. I'll go through each of these, see what she
And
says.
yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Okay, how can you stand to be a contradiction? How about that?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Alright, and then what do you think of this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Okay. At the end of all this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right? You want me to bring you next time? Let's do that.
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets.
Okay. So you don't have any preference?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Alright, well, I don't know if I should mention I'm gonna kill her. I don't even know if I am gonna kill her. So I guess I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Yep. Everything goes dark and you die. And we are right back to chapter 1.
You're on a path.
Well, that was something. So we've now gone through the entire game 3 times. We've slain the princess and we've slain the monster version of the princess. We've let the princess out. And then we've slain her and then let her out right after. So now, I guess we're gonna have to start thinking about what could do next. Maybe the next time, I do exactly what I just did, where I don't talk, slay her, go right to chapter 2, but then go back to try to slay her again. Because maybe that could then give us a different, maybe another interesting ending. And that's gonna be it for this episode of Slay the Princess. Hope you all did enjoy. If you guys did, make sure you like down below and subscribe as well. Keep mine completely free. You can unsubscribe anytime, and I will see you all in the next episode.